Toyota CHR. Hey everybody, it's Robert again. I want to say thanks for watching my channel, subscribe and like, and I do really appreciate it. So if you're the first time here coming to my channel, I'm a car guy. I always talk about my cars, my DIYs. Last night I ended up taking my truck to the Toyota dealer for service again for my creak and clutch issue. If you haven't seen my creak and clutch issue, check out the link above. The Toyota dealer was so kind to give me a loaner, which I usually don't, and it is a 2018 Toyota CHR. I believe this is their top model, XLE, and the reason why, from my reading, is that they only the XLEs will come with this keyless fob. It is a sport ute crossover type deal. It has a 2-liter 4-cylinder producing a little under 140 horsepower. The high revving 2-liter. And actually it doesn't sound bad for a little 2-liter, quite honestly. One of the things they want to do to make a sleeker look is add the door handles up high versus the bottom to give it more of a clean look. There's a lot of plastics in here. Got power release, 60/40 split, tethers for the car seats. Couldn't figure out what this was for a minute. I don't know if this is actually factory, but I'm guessing this is for the little flap here, and it's like a little foldable sun visor style one. It's kind of chintzy, quite honestly, but this trunk cover is pretty cool. It's got a spare. A lot of the new cars in those usually don't have spares, but this one does. This little piece right here, I'm guessing it's some kind of aerodynamic slash dirt mud flap protector. 225 50 18. So this is an 18-inch wheel on a compact car. I went ahead and tried my daughter Joanna's car seat in here. I didn't see anchors for the bottom. I think what you're doing is you're just sharing the two latches on the outside, and you can do it in the middle if you try to do a center point. Then you have your tether points back there. I went ahead and just used the two latches on this side for easier ingress, egress. Got a cup holder, that's kind of cool. As I mentioned, I'm 6'1". Bottom here, it's got tilt, telescopic. It's got a pretty good amount of telescopic, maybe 3 inches. What's kind of ironic, with my Tacoma, I have about 1 inch on it. I'm gonna start it up, it's a little bit hot in here. Push button start. It's got a USB down here. This has dual zone climate control. A lot of plastic. One of the cool power windows, power locks. 4 automatic windows up and down. Power mirrors. These mirrors, by the way, fold when you lock everything up, and they unfold when you don't, which is kind of cool. If you see that little bump thing right there, that's called BSM, or blind spot monitoring. So for cars in your blind spot over here, that's gonna go yellow. Vanity mirrors on both sides. Most of the controls are right here. This has a front sensor, it looks like. And also this is for lane departure. What lane departure does is when you're kind of veering off, it's going to try to keep you in there. not touching it. It bounces it off. Now it's telling me to hold the steering wheel. Let's try it again. So I'm not touching it, it's beeping. So what it does, it bounces you off the lanes to keep you in the middle. Not bad, it works. But it doesn't work all the time though, by the way. And below 35 miles an hour it doesn't. It actually has a pop-up says LDA is disabled. This is actually a CVT transmission. CVT means continuous variable transmission. What that means is there's no actual gear, but what they did is when you're in drive, it's gonna feel like shifting, and you can put on manual mode, so you actually can shift up and down. It's not gonna change because it's not a full manual, but when you're driving, this will shift and go up and down to 6 speeds, 6 virtual speeds I call it. Drive sport mode, so you gotta go through these menus to get in there. Just set it, and you finally can get down to drive to get sport. And what it does, it holds the revs at a higher RPM, and it looks like it tightens up the steering wheel and makes the gas pedal a little bit more responsive. So I'm gonna stomp it in a second as soon as the light turns green, so you guys can see what it does. So that's stomping it. One thing I noticed is got these indents for the visor, which is okay, kind of cool, but it also has these indents for the rest of the roof there, at least partially. I guess this is to be cool. I'm 6'1", so I have this seat pushed back. I want to show you, oh, how tight it is back here. Let me flip it around. Again, I'm 6'1". Kind of got my hair kind of high, but that's my head. It's doing that because if you look at the roof and the window, it's got a taper to it, so it's tapering down. All right, I got the whole family in here, and we all fit. As far as cabin space, I'd say it's not too bad for a subcompact car. So this is a cart full of stuff from Costco. It fits in the CHR, as you can see here, with some room. Those paper towels are what takes up most of the space. So I've had this car for literally over a week, 8 days to be exact. I drove several hundred miles on it, and as far as my take on it, it actually has a lot of tech to it. Push start, keyless entry, power windows, power locks, power mirrors, power folding mirrors. I mean, this thing has a lot of stuff. It even has heated seats when it was cold. So as far as options, it's got a ton of options on it. The only thing I didn't like was the power, and that's the problem with the CVT. But for city driving, it's not bad at all. I think for a young person, it's a good thing. For a family of 5, like myself, I would say no. But for a bang for a buck car, this is, I think, is a good decision to do. I just want to give a quick overview of the CHR. Feel free to post your questions below. Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you have any other questions or any suggestions, feel free to post it as well. And I'll see you guys soon.
Another one.